In our last episode of the Las Vegas Raiders franchise here on Madden 25, we had one of the ugliest wins I think I've ever seen in football. We were down 2-10 until the final minute, were able to tie the game, and then somehow won 19-10 in overtime, getting a field goal and then a pick six. Either way, we stole a victory, and now it's time to move on to our next opponent, which is the Kansas City Chiefs. However, before we really get into that, I have changed our playbook back to Philadelphia. The Baltimore playbook was clearly not working with our offense, but instead of making it the Eagles' usual scheme, I've made it vertical zone run. So maybe, in Madden's logic, this will get us to run the ball just a bit more because I really feel like we are counting on Geno Smith way too much. We all know who the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be led by in today's game. It is quarterback Patrick Mahomes at a 97 overall. At running back, they have Isaiah Pacheco at an 86. Over at wide receivers, an 86 in Rashee Rice, an 81 in Xavier Worthy, and an 80 in Marquise Hollywood Brown. They also have Tyler Lockett in this universe for some reason. Not 100% sure why, because I believe he just signed with the Titans, but this might have been created before he actually signed with Tennessee. So yeah, so he signed with Kansas City. Interesting. Tight end still a 99 overall Travis Kelce. Left tackle is going to be a 74. Left guard is going to be a 79, center is a 95, right guard's a 91, and right tackle is a 72. Now, over on the defensive side, they have an 85 in George Karlaftis. At right end's a 78. Defensive tackle is a 97, Chris Jones. Outside linebacker will be an 85. Middle linebacker is going to be an 84. Right outside linebacker is going to be an 85 as well. Then at corner, a 96 in Trent McDuffie. Free safety is going to be an 80 overall, and strong safety is a 75. But if we can manage to pick up this win, we would officially go back above 500. We are currently sitting at 3-3-1. Our bye week is in a couple weeks, and if we can get into the bye week at 500 or above 500, I'm going to count that as a win. Well, this is definitely not how I saw this game starting. Kansas City would get the ball first, but Trey Taylor has intercepted Patrick Mahomes and will take over at the 34-yard line. And well, I have changed the playbook. It doesn't look like it's going to help us run the ball here on play number one. To the outside, that's going to be dropped by Bech. And actually, I have not changed the playbook. Well, I changed it back, but mostly I just changed the scheme. But Bech does not come up with that reception, so it leads to a 2nd and 10. Still the 34-yard line. Ashton Jeanty is in the backfield, and this time we will fake it to him. A quick throw to the outside, caught by Bech. There is a flag down, and it might be roughing the passer, or it's going to be ineligible receiver downfield. That is pretty unfortunate, as it now sets up a 2nd and 15 for the Raiders. At the 39-yard line, Geno out of a 5-wide set will roll to the outside, and Geno Smith is going to take off, and he's going to have some decent yardage here. He sets up a 3rd and 4 with an 11-yard scramble. That'll lead to another shotgun set for Vegas. Jeanty is still in the backfield. Geno will take the snap, and he's going to roll to the outside. Stop to set his feet, and now finally throw this one downfield, and completely throws it away. That will lead to Daniel Carlson for about a 45-yard field goal. Try to give us a 3-0 lead. Kick us away, and it is good. On the following drive, it's now a 1st and 10 at the Raiders' 15, and it'll be a handoff to Isaiah Pacheco up the middle, who was stopped for just a 1-yard carry. Now it'll be a 2nd and 9. Mahomes back in shotgun again. Pacheco still in the backfield. He is going to send the man in motion. He will line up at receiver now. So from the 14, he'll drop back to pass, going downfield. That'll be caught, and he has the first down, breaking tackles, and it'll get brought down actually a yard shy of the marker. I think he got there, but because he kept breaking tackles, they ruled that forward progress was not granted. So now a 3rd and 1 from the 7. Mahomes back in shotgun, will drop back and look to pass a quick throw downfield, and that one will be a first down. It's to Travis Kelce. And on 1st and goal, you imagine this one's going right to Isaiah Pacheco. Up the middle, never mind, it'll be a pass play, and he's getting sacked on the play back to the 6-yard line by Landon Roberts. Now a 2nd and goal, back in shotgun again. He's going to send Kelce in motion. He will take the snap and look to pass, going to the outside, caught by Pacheco, who will get met and brought down by Max Crosby to lead to a 3rd and goal. Once again, it'll be a shotgun set for Kansas City. Mahomes will take the snap and look to go downfield. He's going over the middle, caught by Pacheco, and he does not find the end zone. 4th and goal from the 1. But they are going to go for it. It was Jeremy Chin on the stop, and now we need to force a turnover on downs. Mahomes with a handoff to Pacheco up the middle, who is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. On the Raiders' next drive, we would end up punting the ball away, and now Kansas City is looking to take advantage of it and has driven down to our 8-yard line. where it's a first and goal. Going downfield, he finds Marquise Brown down to about the 3-yard line. Mahomes back in shotgun. Pacheco in the backfield. We almost jump off sides there. Mahomes will be looking to pass, though. He's going to be under pressure. He's going to take off and walk into the end zone completely untouched. They'll go up 14-3. We are now going to jump into the final 2 minutes here of the first half. We're at the 31-yard line, still down by 11. Gino's going to take off and get met and brought down for just a 2-yard carry. That'll lead to a 2nd and 8. Ashton Jeanty still in the backfield, but I would imagine we're just going to throw the ball on this drive. Gino going downfield will find his man. That's Bech to about the 50-yard line. We would burn our first time out with 1:26 to go. Now Gino comes out as the only one in the backfield. We'll drop back and look to pass. Going deep over the middle, and that is going to be Brock Bowers getting lit up, and he cannot hold on to it. Now that brings up a 2nd and 10. Gino back in shotgun again. Ashton Jeanty in the backfield. Gino will drop back and look to pass. He's going to go to Ashton Jeanty down the sideline, who gets a 9-yard reception to set up a 3rd and 1. Once again, he is going to be the only one in the backfield. He'll drop back and look to go downfield. Now he's going to let this one go, and it's Ashton Jeanty again getting another reception. This one down to the 32. With 2 running backs in the backfield, Gino will look to pass again, rolling to the outside. He's going to let this one go deep downfield, and that is just straight up dropped by Bech. You just have to come up with those. Now 2nd and 10. Gino once again looking to pass, and he'll still trust Bech over the middle. That'll be a gain of 5 as we burn our 2nd timeout. With just 37 seconds to go here in the first half. It'll be a play fake. Now under pressure, hit as he's throwing. That one will fall incomplete. And I imagine that will bring out Daniel Carlson. This one for about a 44-yard attempt to try to make this a 1-score game with about 30 seconds to go in the half. The kick is away, and it is good. Well, we would get the ball to start the second half and face a 3rd and 4 at our own 48-yard line. Can we keep this drive alive? Gino back in shotgun. They're bringing a heavy blitz. He throws on the run and finds his man. That's Brock Bowers, but it will not be a first down. And then on the Chiefs drive, it's now a 3rd and 6 from the 27-yard line. Mahomes back in shotgun. Is going to send Travis Kelce in motion, but he's going to be sent right back. He will drop back and look to go downfield, rolling to the outside, trying to escape the pressure, and he will take off. Mahomes has the first down, and more slides down to the 11-yard line. Another shotgun set for Kansas City here. He will take the snap, and a quick throw downfield will be caught. That is going to be Xavier Worthy down to the 1-yard line, setting up a 2nd and inches. An incomplete ball on the next play brings up a 3rd and inches now. From under center, they go to Pacheco up the middle, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. But hold on, we may not be out of this game just yet. Near the end of the 3rd quarter, we are driven down to the 18-yard line. He's going to the end zone, and he finds his man, but he cannot hold on to it. It was Jacoby Myers. I don't know what flag you're calling for. That was a completely legal hit. Now on 3rd down with 2 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. From the 18, he's going to send Ashton Jeanty in motion. Gino will drop back and look to pass. He's going to fire this over the middle, and that one gets deflected away, and we'll go to the 4th quarter. Since we are down by 15, I really thought we would go for this, but I guess not. We'll send out Daniel Carlson to make it 21-9. During simulation, our defense would manage to force a punt, but now we take over from the 1-yard line. Handoff to Ashton Jeanty, who's trying to find space, and he's going to get brought down for just a 3-yard carry. That brings up a 2nd and 7 from about the 4, and it looks like Zamir White's checked into the game, but we give it to Michael Mayer up the middle to get a 3rd and 2 from the 9. If we want a chance in this game, we're going to need to operate a little bit faster on offense. About 7 minutes to play now. We're going to send Bech in motion. We'll toss it to him to the outside, and he will end up with the first down to about the 14-yard line. With another shotgun set, Gino will draw back a quick throw caught by Mayer, and he'll be brought down for just a gain of 4. Guys, they are going to let us take these little short passes. 2nd and 6 now. He'll drop back, and he's going to go deeper downfield. He finds Brock Bowers for the first down to the 29. Gino will now be the only one in the backfield here. He'll take the snap, obviously looking to pass here. There's going to be pressure, trying to escape it, gets sacked, fumbles the ball, and the Raiders are able to dive back on top of it, but it makes it a 2nd and 27 for Vegas, and we're all the way back to the 12-yard line. Gino back in shotgun again. He is going to change the play here, so now he is the only one in the backfield. Hopefully our offensive line can actually stand up this time. He will drop back and look to pass. He's going to step up and go deep over the middle and overthrow a wide open, I believe it was Ashton Jeanty. That is a massively missed opportunity. 3rd down now, needing to go deep downfield, obviously. And we'll just have to dump it off to Jeanty, and he'll make the catch and get brought down about the 19 to bring up a 4th and 20 with under 4 minutes to go. If you don't get this, it's pretty much over. Geno back in shotgun with 2 running backs in the backfield. He will drop back. Obviously, going to go deep downfield. And he's going to throw this. He's going to find his man, and that's going to be a first down. And racing away inside the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Vegas. That is Dante Thornton Jr., a rookie receiver. To pull that off on a 4th and 20 is absolutely insane. But now we need our defense to get us the ball back. And on the first play, that one's going to fall incomplete. 2nd and 10. He was trying to force that one to Travis Kelce. From the 26-yard line, Mahomes out of shotgun will drop back and look to pass again. Dropping farther back, rolling to the outside. Now throwing downfield. That'll be caught, and he steps out of bounds. Rashee Rice was wide open. This could be a massive stop for the defense on a 3rd and 2. From their own 35, it'll be a handoff to Pacheco, and he is going to fight for the first down. So they get to chew away a little bit more of the clock. Handoff to Pacheco to the outside. He's going to have another first down run all the way to the Raiders' 48. And that run would take us all the way down to the 2-minute warning. Now they go back to Pacheco on the next play. He'll break a tackle, get to the outside, and end up with a 10-yard gain as we have to burn our first timeout with 1:56 to go. Our run defense has completely fallen apart here. 2nd and inches from the 38-yard line. They'll go back to Pacheco again, who have the first down and more. He gets met and brought down about the 25 as we burn our 2nd timeout. Now 1:51 to go. They go back to Pacheco again. To the outside, he'll get met and brought down for a gain of 4 as we burn our final timeout with 1:47 to go. It's a 2nd and inches now. Mahomes back in shotgun. Pacheco in the backfield. And they give it to him up the middle, and he'll get met this time and brought down about the 20. It brings up a 3rd and 5. But obviously, they will be able to chew away a ton of the clock on this one. They're going to get down to about a minute left to go in the game. Mahomes from under center. If they get a first down, it is 100% game over. Dropping back to pass, throws on the run, finds Travis Kelce, and that will end this game. We needed our defense to get one more stop. They could not do it, but I do not blame the defense in this game. The offense really couldn't do anything until a 4th and 20 where Geno found a rookie Dante Thornton over the middle. And that's just not exactly a way to beat the Kansas City Chiefs, is to come up late in the game to try to make a comeback. And on top of that, he just did not have a very good day. 13 of 25 for 194 and a touchdown. Running the ball, Jeanty only got 7 carries. I really don't know what to do about Madden and running the ball this year. It just doesn't seem like the CPU wants to run the ball like at all. Receiving, Brock Bowers 4 for 39, and the only one to get a touchdown was Dante Thornton Jr., who got 1 catch for an 81-yard score. Then you have Max Crosby leading the team in tackles with a total of 10. He also led the team in sacks with 2. Tonka Hemingway got 1, Elandon Roberts got 1, and Christian Wilkins got 1. So we sacked Mahomes 5 times and still could not get the win. Over on the other sideline, Mahomes goes 27 of 36 for 259, no touchdowns, 1 interception. Isaiah Pacheco ran in for 2 scores, and Patrick Mahomes ran in for 1. Maybe I should just switch to the Kansas City playbook. They seem to actually run the ball a bit. And then receiving, Travis Kelce 9 for 78 was their leading receiver. Before we jump into week 9 against Cincinnati, I do want to go over something real fast. No matter what I seem to do with the playbook, it's really not doing anything good. Geno Smith has 259 passing attempts right now, which is good for, I believe, 3rd in the league whenever I look. Yeah, it's just not a great scenario for us. And everyone else here has double-digit passing touchdowns. He only has 6 on the year. So I am once again changing the playbook, and I decided to just go off who has the most rushing attempts, and it is Jaylen Warren with Pittsburgh, who has 164 carries. So we're going to Pittsburgh's offense in the hopes that we actually start to run the ball. And to be completely honest, if that doesn't work, I have no idea what to do in this year's Madden to actually run the ball. It could be based on ratings, but that doesn't make sense because Ashton Jeanty is like one of the highest rated players on this team right now. It could be the O-line and the CPU just not wanting to call run plays, but it's just a little ridiculous trying to deal with that. So if this doesn't work, we're just going straight to the Dallas or Kansas City offense to make our offense as good as possible, at least through the air, because everyone is pass happy in this year's game. But now moving on to Cincinnati, they are led by a 97 overall quarterback in Joe Burrow. At running back, they have a 78 in Chase Brown. Over at wide receiver is a 98 Jamar Chase, an 85 T Higgins, and apparently this is where Amari Cooper signed in this universe. Awesome. At tight end, Mike Gesicki at a 78, left tackle is going to be a 78, left guard's a 74, center is a 77, Right guard is an 80, and right tackle is a 76. Is that really how bad their offensive line is? Over on defense, we do have one of the rookies from this last draft in Shamar Stewart, who is a 73 overall. At right end, a 92 in Trey Hendrickson. Defensive tackle is a 74. Outside linebacker is going to be a 72, another rookie. Middle linebacker is going to be a 78. Right outside linebacker is going to be an 80. At corner, they have an 82 in Cam Taylor-Britt and an 80 in DJ Turner. Free safety is a 79, and strong safety is a 77. Following this game, we do have our bye week, so we can still get to 500 before we go into our Week 10 bye, because we would be 4-4-1 if we win this one, but we'll see if we can keep up with Cincinnati's offense. On the very first drive of the game, Cincinnati would get the ball first and face a 3rd and 5 at the Raiders' 35. Burrow comes out and will send a man in motion. Jamar Chase is going to go back out. Now Burrow will look to pass, going downfield and missing everybody. 4th down. They would end up making that field goal. We take over at the 30-yard line, and hopefully we actually run the ball. This is not a great start. It's a play fake as Geno goes deep downfield, and that one will fall incomplete. 2nd and 10. Geno comes back in shotgun for the very next play. It'll be another pass attempt. And he's going to throw this one downfield. That'll be caught by Jacoby Myers to lead to a 3rd and 2 at the 38. And it looks like our starting left guard was actually injured on the play. So now 3rd and 2 from under center. It'll be a handoff to Jeanty up the middle, who actually can get a first down and fight to the 50, a 12-yard carry. And how do we respond to that? We come out with no one else in the backfield. Geno is all alone. He will drop back and look to pass, going downfield. That'll be caught by Bech for a gain of about 4. Now on 2nd and 6, out of a shotgun set again. Ashton Jeanty is still in the backfield. Do we go to him here? Absolutely not. It'll be a pass play as we find Trey Tucker over the middle for the first down. Let's give it to Ashton Jeanty, or not. Geno will look to pass, going to the outside, caught by Brock Bowers up the sideline, who gets all the way down to the 18-yard line. Like I said, if we don't run the ball in this game, I really have no idea what to do. We will run it here to Jeanty, who goes to the outside, and he's going to fumble the ball, and Cincinnati has recovered. I guess that's what I get, and now our starting center is also injured. Following that fumble, our defense would force a punt, but now we face a 3rd and 9 at the 46. As Geno will drop back, it'll be a screen out to Ashton Jeanty on the outside. He has the first down and more down the sideline, brought out of the 28-yard line. Now this is going to be an I formation as Geno comes out under center. And we'll give this one to Ashton Jeanty up the middle, who will break one tackle, follow his blocks to the outside inside the 5, and Ashton Jeanty into the end zone. That is the kind of plays I want to see from our rookie running back here. It would not tell me how, but we apparently forced a turnover in simulation right at the end of the first quarter, and now we're at the 19-yard line, giving it back to Ashton Jeanty, who gets a 6-yard carry. So far, 7 carries for 56 yards, so I think switching playbooks to Pittsburgh so far has worked, and that's going to be an offsides on Cincinnati. Or, I could be completely wrong, and it's a false start on us. So now it's a 2nd and 9, and we're going to play fake that to Zamir White, if I can talk, as Geno will throw this one through the back of the end zone off the goalpost. That, however, leads to a 3rd and 9. Geno back in shotgun, Ashton Jeanty in the backfield. And Geno will look to pass here, standing in the pocket. He goes downfield, he finds his man. That's Jacoby Myers fighting his way down to the 2-yard line. Another shotgun set. We're not going to Jeanty, though. A quick throw to the end zone, and he will find his man. Touchdown, Jacoby Myers, as we go up 14-3. But Cincinnati's high-powered offense has now driven down to the 16-yard line for a 3rd and 3. Burrow back in shotgun. Will take the snap and looks to pass. He's going over the middle, and that one will fall incomplete. Now, do they go for it or kick the field goal? We will just get to see a field goal here of about 33 yards to make it 14-6. And then our offense will get the ball back, and maybe something important will happen that we'll actually get to see, but the kick is good. Well, we actually do not get to see it because it happened in simulation. It doesn't even tell you here because Logan Wilson was injured on the play. But this was a 56-yard touchdown pass from Geno Smith to Jacoby Myers. Now, right before halftime, Joe Burrow is trying to find the end zone with 42 seconds to go and from the 12-yard line. He finds his man. It's Jamar Chase over the middle. I am screwing up that call, but it's a touchdown for Cincinnati. We will now jump into the third quarter a bit. It's a 3rd and 8 from our own 33. Geno will drop back to pass. We're going to keep the drive alive, going deep downfield and throws it right to the safety, and Cincinnati will get to take over. Looking to take advantage of the turnover, Cincinnati is now driven down to the 3-yard line where it's a 1st and goal. Burrow out of shotgun. It'll be a handoff to Brown, who goes up the middle and finds zero room. 2nd and goal. Burrow comes back in shotgun again, handoff to Chase Brown to the outside, and this time they say he got into the end zone. I don't know if he got there. That was really close. And the booth is going to review this one, so we'll get to see if they rule that he got in. I don't think he was really in at all. I think our defense made the stop there, and that's what the ref rules as well. 3rd and goal. Yeah, he was like a yard short. That wasn't even really close when you compare it. But on 3rd and goal, Burrow will drop back, and this one will easily be into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. They will go for 2 here to try to make this a tie ball game. Out of shotgun, he'll drop back and look to pass. Rolling to the outside, throws on the run, caught by Brown, who will get in, and we are all tied up at 21. On the ensuing drive for the Raiders, we would take it down to the 4th quarter, where it's a 3rd and 8 from the 48. Geno under pressure. He's going to get sacked on the play, and we will have to punt. Burrow and the offense have now driven down inside the red zone from the 18-yard line. It's a 1st and 10. He'll drop back, go into the end zone, and that one will get intercepted by Justin Simmons on the play down the sideline. He'll get met and brought down to the 18. With 6:18 to play, we're still all tied up because Justin Simmons just made one hell of a play. Let's see if Geno Smith and the offense can take advantage of it. Out of a shotgun set, Geno will look to pass, rolling to the outside, under pressure, and he will throw this one away, so we at least live to see another down. That will bring up a 2nd and 10. Geno goes back under center. Ashton Jeanty is the running back, but we will look to pass again as Geno goes over the middle, and that one will fall incomplete. Now we have a possible 3-and-out on our hands. 3rd and 10. Geno back in shotgun one more time. Jeanty is still the running back here, but I imagine this will be a pass play, and it is. As he looks to go downfield, he'll find Bech for the 1st down to about the 37-yard line. From a shotgun set again, Geno once again looking to pass. Will go downfield, caught by Brock Bowers. That'll be a gain of about 5 yards to the 42. Ashton Jeanty lined up in the backfield, and there will be a flag this time. Let's see who it's actually going to go against. It will be a false start on Vegas. That will move us back to have a 2nd and 10 from the 37, and we give this one to Jeanty, who goes up the middle and makes it a 3rd and 4 from the 44. And he goes over 100 yards. He has 19 carries today. 100% we will continue using the Steelers playbook. 3rd and 4 from the 44 here. Geno will drop back out of pistol. He goes to the outside, caught by Bowers, but gets caught up on his own man and leads to a 4th and 1. I really feel like he should have been able to get that 1st down, but instead we will be punting this ball away and counting on our defense to try to win the game, or at least get us the ball back. The punt is sent deep, and it's going to go out of bounds at the 22. With 3:46 remaining, can we get another big play from our defense? Burrow will drop back and look to pass. He's going to step up in the pocket. He's getting sacked on the play for a loss of 6. Getting credit on that sack is Tonka Hemingway, the rookie defensive tackle that they ended up taking in the 4th round. Burrow will drop back to pass again. He's going to go deep over the middle, and that one will fall incomplete, trying to find Jamar Chase. Now that will set up a 3rd and 16 now for Cincinnati. Can we please get them off the field? Burrow will drop back to pass. He's going to fire this and be nowhere close to the marker. They will punt it away. Just a great stand by our defense. Now where will our offense get to take over? The punt is sent deep. We're going to field this at about the 35-yard line, and he's just going to call a fair catch. So now Ashton Jeanty and the offense will take the field. With 2:27 to go here in the game, or at least in regulation, Geno out of shotgun, handoff to Jeanty, who goes up the middle, and he will fight his way forward for a gain of about 3 yards to bring up a 2nd and 7. That play would take us down to the 2-minute warning. Geno back in shotgun again. Ashton Jeanty in the backfield. He will take the snap and look to pass, going deep downfield and overthrowing everybody will lead to a 3rd down. Honestly, I think I would have just stuck to the run because now we face a 3rd and medium. From our own 37, Geno will drop back and look to pass. He's going to go deep downfield again, but this time find his man for the 1st down to the 27. It's Trey Tucker. That easily puts us in field goal range, but Cincinnati does have all 3 timeouts in case they want to start burning them. Handoff to Ashton Jeanty, who goes up the middle. He'll be breaking tackles and getting to the 14-yard line with 1:21 remaining. Geno goes back under center. Cincinnati has burned their 1st timeout. We go back to Jeanty to the outside, breaking a tackle and getting brought down for a loss of 1, as Cincinnati will now burn their 2nd timeout with 1:17. Geno goes back under center. We're probably going to go right back to Jeanty here on this play. We'll send Brock Bowers in motion. We should at least force Cincinnati to burn their final timeout. That's exactly what we do, as Ashton Jeanty will fight to about the 9 to bring up a 3rd and 6 with 1:13 remaining. we will come out in an I formation. So this is most likely going to Jeanty again. He'll take the snap, and right up the middle is Ashton, who has the first down and gets into the end zone. Touchdown Raiders. Probably should have taken the knee so we can just kick a field goal, but we'll go up by 7 for now. Cincinnati will take the field with 1 minute and 6 seconds and no timeouts remaining. From their own 26-yard line, Burrow will drop back to pass. He's under pressure, rolling to the outside, gets rid of it downfield, and that one will fall incomplete, trying to find Jamar Chase. That brings up a 2nd and 10, now with 61 seconds to go in the game. Burrow back in shotgun will take the snap. Don't know why you're running a play fake. We know you aren't running the ball. Going over the middle, and T. Higgins just got murdered by Justin Simmons. If this was real, Higgins is 100% in concussion protocol now. 3rd and 10. Burrow will drop back to pass. Going over the middle, he'll find his man. That will be at first down, and that's going to be T. Higgins down to the 42-yard line. About 35 seconds to go. Remember, they have no timeouts remaining. Burrow will drop back. Going downfield again. He'll find Gesicki this time, and he will fight getting close to the marker, but Justin Simmons would punch the ball out, and the Raiders are going to get out of here with a victory because Simmons just made another massive play. I do not know if they would have been able... Actually, it was not even Justin Simmons. I'm sorry, I was wrong on that. It was actually Jeremy Chinn. I just saw the 1 on the back of the jersey and assumed who it was, but no, we get a massive play from our other safety in Jeremy Chinn. Well, it only took us until game number 9 to figure out our offensive identity, but we finally have figured it out, and Ashton Jeanty went off today, over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns as we improved to 4-4-1. And the best part of that is we didn't give up throwing the ball either. Geno Smith, 15 of 25 for 246, 2 touchdowns, and we saw the 1 interception. On the ground, Ashton Jeanty ran for 136 yards and 2 scores. Geno only ran the ball 3 times, and I feel like in your 13th year in the league, probably a good idea to not run the ball a ton. Jacoby Myers, though, 6 for 111 and 2 scores. Then we have Jeremy Chinn getting a total of 9 tackles today to lead the team, and we got 1 sack from Tonka Hemingway and a half of 1 from Adam Butler and Max Crosby, and then we got an interception from Justin Simmons. So I'm going to guess that 1 that we did not get to see was a forced fumble, and it was by a Landon Roberts. And does that say he recovered 3 fumbles today? That is ridiculous. Wait, we only forced 2. How did he recover 3 fumbles? Either way, whatever. Then we have Joe Burrow going 25 for 38, 259 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Chase Brown ran the ball for 17 times and 73 yards. Then receiving, Jamar Chase, 6 for 72, and Mike Gesicki also got a touchdown, but also gave up the game-losing fumble. Moving into week number 10, it is finally our bye week, and you can see that our offense has not been great. Offensive passing yards per game were number 30, points per game were number 28, but in defensive points per game, we are number 3. So our defense looks really, really good, and our offense has hopefully now found their identity behind rookie running back Ashton Jeanty. But in the next episode, we will pick things up in week 11 when we get to take on the Miami Dolphins.